Hey, everybody. Hopefully you're having a good day, afternoon, morning, whatever it is. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. And if you guys are looking for undervalued investment opportunities, click subscribe, join our community. Let's share whatever we can in this community about finding undervalued investment opportunities. We've got gold and silver. I'm going to do some technical analysis on here. It's one of my favorite sectors. I like gold and silver. It basically stands for freedom. I like freedom. I like privacy. I like all of those things. And gold and silver, I just feel like it provides that. It provides safety, freedom, and privacy. And I like all of those things. So let's go in there and chart this stuff out. Technical analysis. Technical. So charting the metals. Let's see what the charts are telling us. Talk to me, goose. This is financial education only. You guys have to do your own due diligence and make your own financial decisions. This is not advice. I'm not telling you to buy any of these things. This is education only. I do not want to be held responsible for your losses, but only for your gains, okay? So here's the Dow to gold ratio. I drew in this line here, and we could draw another line in here if you want. I just left the top portion out. And we broke to the downside of this line. What that means is that gold was outperforming the Dow. So the gold, what this is telling us is it's telling us outperformance. It's telling us where we should be. In 2009, when this was crashing out and bottoming, this was signaling, this move here, if you break this line, that we should be investing in stocks in 2013 or at the bottom of the bottom, 2011, even 2009. All in here would have been a good area to invest and cost average in all through here for the Dow because of real estate being in a recovery phase. Stocks ran because interest rates were lowered and they were low. We had low inflation. Commodities were cheap at that time because we overproduced commodities. We ran up and outperformed gold. The Dow did. Now the Dow is coming down. It broke out very strongly after this breakout here. It came all the way back up. And what do we know about charting here, everyone? Everyone should say this. That is a back test. That's a retest. I know that, Andy. It's a back test. I can see it. And I'm like, exactly. Back test, and we're coming on down. This thing's gonna tank and go all the way back down, probably way down here. Below 6, maybe. I don't know the exact bottom. I'm just guessing. Let's do this below 6. But it's coming down. That's what I think. Now, let's look at some of the gold companies. What does that look like? We've got a downtrend broken. This is GDX, ETF. We've started a new uptrend, started right here. That's a new uptrend now. And we're putting in work to try to break through this little congestion area where it keeps bouncing its head. There's some sellers up here. I think we're going to break through this and move on higher because we've got a nice bullish engulfing right here. Bullish engulfing. Now, I could be wrong. It could reverse. But the momentum's higher. So even if we do, I think we're going to break. I think we're going to break to the upside. But even if we do pull back a little bit, that's okay because I think we're going to come down just a little bit and then break through it. So either way, we win as long as your time frame is a little, the time frame here, I think, is going to be like 8 to 10 years. And I think you're going to see a massive move in gold and silver. So I'm positioning myself. I'm holding on. I'm not trading in and out of these stocks. GDXJ, it looks like this thing, we've got the bullish engulfing here. It broke to the upside a little bit. I think it's going to run. It's going to just continue to move on higher. Is it going to grind higher or is it going to absolutely lurch higher? I don't know. I just think that the path of least resistance is higher when looking at this chart. We broke the downtrend. We're in a new uptrend. I think it's going to continue higher with this bullish engulfing right there and the breaking this pattern. Here's SILJ. We broke this pattern to the upside on this big move higher. We still have some sellers up here. It's sticky, icky sellers right here. And we're struggling, but moving higher. I don't see the sellers coming in here yet, pounding this thing back down. I haven't seen it yet. Doesn't mean they're not out there. I just haven't seen it in the charts yet. So I still think higher. Here's Mag Silver. Again, these are the sellers pounding this thing back down. Pounds it down. I don't see the sellers pounding this down yet. So let's see if we break here. Let's see if we break to the upside. If we get through this area in here, it could be a little sticky. A little sticky with these buyers and sellers through here. We're going to come back up into that big move higher of the silver squeeze. So let's get through this sticky area, and I think we're going to come through and move on higher eventually. It's just sticky right now. AG, First Majestic's big silver mining company. You can see the downtrend line I put in here, broke to the upside, stuck a little bit, and now we're moving on up, and we're probably going to stick through this area in here as people offload their shares. Would I offload the shares that I own? No way. I will take their shares and say thank you. Here's EXK, Endeavor Silver. You can see kind of how this thing coiled up a little bit. It was coiling, then boom, higher. We're moving through. We're making new highs, it looks like, on probably a yearly basis or so. Looking good to continue higher, in my opinion. Wheat and precious metals, downtrend break, new uptrend. We're kind of pinching up here. It broke. I think we're just going to continue to move on higher here. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty solid. Franco-Nevada, another royalty company. What does that look like? Downtrend break, moving on up, uptrend, and we're coiling up right here. We're coiling up. The buyers are starting to equal the sellers. And usually these are continuation patterns, so I think it's going to break to the upside. That's my guess. Discovery Silver, coiling on up. False breakdown, move on higher. And if silver moves higher, we're going to get a little sticky in this area here because we've got some sellers. We're going to get some sellers here. We got a nice good hammer, nice big up days all through here and small down days. Buyers are in control. We'll see if this thing breaks higher. It does look like we're getting a little wedgy here. We'll see if we break to the upside or if this thing has to pull back a little bit before moving higher. But still, we're putting in the work. We just got to make some new highs. If it's going to continue higher, we could do a little pullback, and I'm not afraid of that. Not afraid of that. Metallic minerals, we are stuck in channel land. We've been channeling for a very long time, 3/4 of a year or so. Channel. Can't wait for this thing to break out of here. Now, when we're in a channel, you could try buying it off this channel, this bottom channel, and get a good price if you can. Like 45 cents, not too bad. Try to take advantage of channel land. And speaking of channel land, that's what it looks like on a blown up scale. Came into this channel and it has not escaped channel land yet. But the volume's pretty big. We've got Sandstorm Gold coming on down, broken to the upside. These royalty companies, they look good. Solid moves. We've got nice little high here, kind of creating a nice little pattern. Break to the upside. I think we're going to be moving. Yamana Gold. Oh, look at that. Break to the upside. Downtrend line, breaking to the upside. Looking good. We're seeing chart break patterns. That is a good thing. To the upside. Teuton Resources, that wanted to join channel land with metallic minerals, so it is in channel land. But the thing I want to say, big up days, small little pullbacks. Big up days, small little pullbacks. Big up days, small little pullbacks. I'm a buyer here. And why? Because when it breaks channel land, this is going to be a launching pad for when Teuton leaves channel land. It'll probably look something like this move over here. I don't know if it'll be this big, because this on a percentage basis, this is massive over here. But I think when we break it, it's going to move substantially. So channel land is our base. Ely Gold broke the downtrend line. We're coming on up. It looks like we've got a shoulder, head, little shoulder, and maybe we're going to bottom. Maybe we come back just a little bit more, maybe, before going higher. But I like Ely Gold. It's a royalty company. So that's gold and silver for today. It's one of my favorite sectors. Go freedom, security, and privacy. I like all that stuff. It is the anti-government. It's like shorting the government almost. And I'll do that. Why not? So these companies look good. I like them. Cost average into the ones that you guys like. Do your own due diligence. Do some research. The more research you do and the more confident you are in the companies, the more likely you are to hold through this bull market. I see the bull market lasting in gold, probably one of the longest of the commodities, 8 to 10 years. Usually what happens is we peter out in the real estate home starts. Everything crashes down. We find a base, and then it has one last surge higher. It lasts for about 2 or 3 years after that crash in real estate. That's been the cycle. It did it in the late 70s to 80, and it did it also till 2011, 2008 to 2011. It's a 3-year window after where gold just moonshot it. So we'll see if that happens again. Usually history rhymes. And maybe it'll repeat. I don't know, either one, rhyme and repeat. And I think these companies are going to do pretty well over the entire duration of the bull market. Now, are they going to outperform some of these other commodities? Probably not on a short-term basis, but on a long-term, they might. So we'll see. If you guys like this content, if you have any questions, concerns, give me a thumb up, leave comments below, and thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.